But you know what? It's our first Christmas together.
Yes.
It's going to be the best Christmas ever.
Yes, it will.
And that kind of gets me thinking about a song, you know, like that's like an old-timey song, you know, something like a...
Okay.
I don't know why, maybe the gleam in your eye, but something tells me this year will be the best Christmas ever.
I got it.
Okay.
It'll be like before,
Yeah.
only so much more.
Good one, yeah.
Just look at that tree.
It is nice, yeah.
This year will be the best Christmas ever.
There should be a bridge. Last year was great.
The year before too. But I just can't wait for Christmas with you.
The snow on the ground. Your turn.
The jingling sound.
Something tells me this year will be the best Christmas ever. Let's do that bridge again. Last year was great.
The year before too. But I just can't wait for Christmas with you.
The snow on the ground.
The jingling sound.
Something tells me this year will be the best Christmas ever. The best Christmas ever. The best Christmas ever. And one of these, you know.
Yeah. You know, I think that song might need a kazoo solo.
Too bad you don't have a kazoo.
Maybe Santa will bring me one.
If he gets through this snow, I mean, look at it.
Oh, yeah, it's coming down really hard. Oh, but it's so beautiful.
Yeah. Best snow north of the equator.
Wait, what's that?
It's just something somebody said to me a long time ago. It's nothing.
Oh, no, it's very specific. I want to hear it.
Yeah, it's just that I haven't seen snow like this since Santa's Reindeer Ranch.
Santa's Reindeer Ranch.
It's a long story.
Oh, no, I want to hear it. Tell me.
Well, you'll think I'm being silly.
No, I won't.
You won't laugh at me?
I promise. No. Tell me.
All right. Well, it was a long time ago. I was in grade school, and it was the last day of school before Christmas break, and I was in detention.
Wait. You were in detention.
Just like every other day.
You were in detention every other day?
No, I wasn't in detention every other day. I was in detention every day.
You were in detention every day.
Well, it wasn't just me. It was Marge and Dizzy and I forget who else. They called us the Naughty List Gang.
Oh, so you used to be a bad boy.
I wasn't bad. I was just in trouble a lot.
You were in trouble a lot, really.
Well, that was before.
Before what?
Before Santa's Reindeer Ranch.
Santa's Reindeer Ranch. What is that?
I'm getting to that. See, it was the last day of school before Christmas break, and everybody else was getting ready to go home. They were so excited they were practically dancing on their desks.
I bet.
I'm ready for Christmas. I'm ready for Christmas. We all know that Santa's on his way. I'm ready for Christmas. I'm ready for Christmas. Flying reindeer pulling on his sleigh.
snap out of it.
Sorry. So yeah, the bell rang and everybody went home except, me and the rest of the naughty list gang because we had detention. And it was kind of a bummer to see the other kids all excited for Christmas because we weren't getting anything.
Oh, why not?
We were on the naughty list, Cece. How do you think we got that name?
Well, what did you do to get on the naughty list?
Well, I know I'm on the naughty list. I know it's got my name. On Christmas Eve I will be missed, but please let me explain. My brother had an aeroplane, he flew it all the time. But anyone with half a brain would know it should be mine. I snuck into his room one day when he was not at home. I brought the plane outside to play. 1,000,000 times I'd flown. The wind was blowing through the trees, it made an awful sound. The airplane floated through the breeze and crashed into the ground.
Oh yeah, that's nothing. I know I'm on the naughty list, but I am not to blame. I could clear up all of this if I could just explain. The teacher gave a test one day, it was a surprise. The paper with the answers lay right there before my eyes. I tried my best not to look, I knew that it was wrong. The test, it was so very hard and several questions long. I tried my best to answer them, my brain, it was a blank. The answer sheet was sitting there, into cheating I sank.
We are on the naughty list and everyone agrees. You should be on the naughty list, certainly not me.
Well, I definitely belong on the naughty list. My name is on the naughty list, but ask me if I care. Of all the names that do exist, mine really should be there. My teacher had it in for me right from day number 1. I thought I'd show her who was boss and have a little fun. She said she was afraid of snakes and that they made her faint. Well, that was a big mistake, you know that I'm no saint. My brother has a garter snake, I'll never know what for. I brought it into school one day and put it in her drawer.
We are on the naughty list, we all know it's true. You should be on the naughty list, definitely you.
So you crashed your brother's airplane, that's it?
Well, this time, yeah. But Marge, she was kind of the ringleader. She had this idea that we should go to the North Pole and cross our names off the naughty list.
Go to the North Pole and cross the names off of the naughty list.
Well, Santa wasn't using computers yet. So we're sitting there trying to figure out how to get to the North Pole when Marge opens the window thinking we're just going to crawl out of detention.
Wait, you're gonna go from detention and just crawl out the window?
Naughty list gang, babe.
Okay.
But as soon as she opens the window, this elfish, gnomish girl, nymphish girl climbs in.
Climbs in the window?
Yeah.
Who was she?
Jill.
Jill who?
Jill Frost.
Jill Frost. Who's Jill Frost?
Jack's sister.
Jack Frost has a sister?
Jill, keep up. She said that she came in when she heard us talking about Santa Claus and the North Pole.
You won't see me standing there, but you'll feel a little nip in the air. If there's one thing that makes me go, it's nipping at little noses and toeses. Yeah. Now listen here, children. Summertime you won't find me around. It'll be winter in some other town. That's where I'll be, whipping through people's closes, nipping at little noses and toeses. Oh, do you see where I'm coming from? Let me tell ya, I'm not one for sandy beaches, cantaloupes or hairy peaches. I like to be where the cold wind blows is nipping at little noses and toeses. Is that a hole in your glove? Oh. So if you see me coming, won't you invite me in? I can always use a friend whose socks are thin. Climb through the window when the front door closes, nipping at little noses and toes. Just a little frostbite, you know. So Jill Frost knew Santa Claus?
In fact, she did, which turned out to be a good thing because the teacher came back in the room. So Jill started crawling towards the window, but the teacher was so cold that she closed the window before Jill got there. In fact, the teacher was so cold she left the room again to get her sweater. So Marge said to Jill, "Tell you what, you take us to see Santa Claus and we'll let you go." And Jill said, "Just follow me and Santa you'll see." So we did.
So you followed her out the window?
Out the window.
And what did the teacher do?
I don't know. We were out the window.
Okay, then what?
Well, it's hard to say what happened next. We climbed out of the classroom window, but it didn't take us outside. It took us into
A what?
a barn.
So you went out the classroom through a window and ended up in a barn. Mm-hmm. How does that work?
I don't really know. It was like Jill knew a shortcut or something. But Marge wasn't having it. She said, "Hey, what's the deal? You told us you'd take us to see Santa." And Jill said, "You just chill. Take it from Jill. You'll see Santa tomorrow. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a cool date with the adorable snowman."
You mean the abominable snowman?
No, that's his brother. Anyway, we're in his barn trying to figure out where we are and what to do when all of a sudden this cowboy, a cowgirl, and a bunch of reindeer come in.
A cowboy, a cowgirl, and reindeer. Mm-hmm. And what were they doing?
Getting ready for bed, I guess, because the cowboy said, "Giddy up, all you reindeer, time for bed." And the reindeer, they say, "Oh, sing us a song." And the cowboy said, "Okay, but just one." So he picked up a guitar and he sang them a song.
Of course he did.
Day is done, now the sun sets in the west. Time for all, big and small, reindeer to rest. Peacefully, quietly, closing your eyes. The moon floating by, in your dreams you will fly. That's the reindeer lullaby.
Now today has gone away, a memory. Tomorrow you will rise anew, the morning you'll see. Another day for you to play under blue skies. The moon floating by, in your dreams you will fly. That's the reindeer lullaby.
That's the reindeer lullaby.
Night, reindeer.
Oh, that's sweet. So then what happened?
It's a little hard to say because we fell asleep, but that's how we found out that Marge snores.
Okay, so what?
That's how we got found, that's what.
Snoring?
Yeah, reindeer don't snore.
Reindeer don't snore.
Duh. Think about it. They can't. These guys fly around the world in one night, stopping at every house. They gotta rest, so they take little naps on top of each roof. Now imagine the racket that 8 snoring reindeer would make. They'd wake up the whole family. Everybody want to take selfies with Santa. He'd never make it by Christmas morning.
Okay, so you got found. Did they wake you up?
Eventually. The cowboy wanted to wake us up and tell Santa, but the cowgirl said to let us rest and we'll figure it out in the morning.
So you woke up the next morning?
We woke up the next morning surrounded by a bunch of very curious reindeer, the cowboy and the cowgirl. And Marge said, "Hey, where are we?" And the cowboy said, "You don't know where you are? You're at Santa's Reindeer Ranch." And Marge said, "Santa's Reindeer Ranch? What's that?" So he picked up his guitar and...
Well, of course he did.
Giddy up, ho, ho, ho. Giddy up, ho, ho, ho. Giddy up, ho, ho, ho. Santa's Reindeer Ranch. Way up north near Santa's house, where the elves and the toy shops stand, there's a little bitty field and a little bitty barn. It's Santa's Reindeer Ranch. Yeah, we brush them and we feed them, we keep them warm and dry. We decorate the antlers and we teach them how to fly. We work real hard, but we're having a ball on Santa's Reindeer Ranch. Giddy up, ho, ho, ho. Giddy up, ho, ho, ho. Giddy up, ho, ho, ho. It's Santa's Reindeer Ranch.
The reindeer babies and the reindeer moms and the reindeer daddies too all live together on the reindeer ranch and play the whole day through. We hug them and we squeeze them, we pet them on the side, we climb on the backs and we take them for a ride. We work real hard, but we're having a ball on Santa's Reindeer Ranch.
If you come up to the Reindeer Ranch,
And you sure are welcome to,
bring your mittens and bring your boots,
'cause we've got lots to do.
we bring them in the barn when the snow is really deep.
We fluff up the pillows and we sing them on to sleep. We work real hard, but we're having a ball on Santa's Reindeer Ranch.
We work real hard, but we're having a ball on
Santa's Reindeer Ranch.
It's Santa's Reindeer Ranch.
So when the song was done, Cowboy Jim, that's his name, he said, "Giddy up, everybody, go on out and play." And I said, "You mean we're not in trouble?" Carla, that was the cowgirl's name, she said, "Why would you be in trouble? There's nothing wrong with coming to visit. Now go out and play. We've got the best snow north of the equator." So we all went out, but I realized I'd left my gloves back in the barn. So I went in, and I found Cowboy Jim on the phone.
There was a phone in the barn?
It was before cell phones. He said, "Hello, Santa. You'll never get... okay, bye." He hung up the phone and said to Carla, "Santa already knows they're here." Carla said, "I told you he already knows they're here." I said, "Santa knows we're here? Are we in trouble?" Carla said, "You're still not in trouble." "But I'm always in trouble. That's why me and the other kids are on the naughty list, and we're not getting anything for Christmas this year." Cowgirl Carla sat on a bale of hay. She said, "Up here, it's Christmas every day." I said, "No, it's not. Christmas is once a year, and I'm on the naughty list this year." Again, Carla said, "One day a year on the calendar." But think about that feeling you get on Christmas morning and hold on to it. You'll have Christmas in your heart all year round.
Why are you in trouble all the time? Is there something you can do to set things right? Does it have to be that way? Is it like this every day? You can be more cheerful than you know. If you let that Christmas spirit grow, it changes everything you do. Take this feeling home with Once your inner joy has been found, you'll have Christmas in your heart all year round. It doesn't have to end today. It changes you in every way. It changes everything you do. Take this feeling home with you. You can be more cheerful than you know if you let that Christmas spirit grow. It changes everything you do. Take this feeling home with you. Once your inner joy has been found, you'll have Christmas in your heart all year round. Be a seed of joy for everyone. You'll see how easily it can be done. Once people see the Christmas inside you, they'll feel their inner happiness too. You can be more cheerful than you know if you let that Christmas spirit grow. It changes everything you do. Take this feeling home with you. Once your inner joy has been found, you'll have Christmas in your heart. Christmas in your heart. You'll have Christmas in your heart all year round.
I'm ready for Christmas. I'm ready for Christmas.
So then Cowboy Jim says, "Giddy up, everybody back to work. These reindeer aren't going to teach themselves how to fly." So we went out to the barnyard, and there's Clyde,
Who's Clyde?
one of the RITs.
One of the what's?
RIT, a reindeer in training. He was like learning to fly and all that.
Oh.
Anyway, he would take a running start, jump, and then crash spectacularly into the snow. And he was starting to get disappointed. So Cowboy Jim came up to him and said, "Clyde, what's going on?" Clyde said, "I don't know. I just can't seem to get airborne."
Wait, reindeer can talk?
Of course they can. I mean, they're terrible singers, but anyway, Cowboy Jim says, "Well, Clyde, what are you thinking about? Have you found your happy? You gotta find your happy if you want to fly."
I'm confounded that you're still grounded. Everyone knows a reindeer can fly, but you keep saying on the ground you're staying, and you don't know the reason why. You got to find your happy, make it snappy. If you wanna fly, you gotta try to find what makes your heart excited. Find your happy. How can that be? But there's not a thing that makes your heart sing, that makes you feel like a queen or a king.
We've been trying to get you flying, but everyone knows one thing is true. It don't matter how much much we chatter. 'Cause don't you know it's up to you? You've got to find your happy, make it snappy. If you wanna fly, you gotta try to find what makes your heart excited. Find your happy. How can that be? That there's not a thing that makes your heart sing, that makes you feel like a queen or a king. Find your happy, make it snappy. If you wanna fly, you gotta try to find what makes your heart excited. Find your happy. How can that be? That there's not a thing that makes your heart sing, that makes you feel like a queen or a king.
By the end of the song, Clyde was soaring over the barnyard, laughing and having a wonderful time. When he landed, that's when we saw him.
Saw who?
Santa!
What?
He said, "Well done, Clyde. What made you find your happy? What helped you fly?" Clyde said, "Those kids. When they sang along, it just lifted me up." "Do you mean to tell me that those kids, the naughty list gang," he knew, "they helped you fly?" "Yes, Santa." "Well then, there's only one thing for me to do. The only thing there is to do."
What? Don't leave me hanging.
He put us on the nice list.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
What happened is, the next morning, I woke up at home. Now, I thought it was a dream, but then when I went downstairs, under the tree, was the very first present I got from Santa. My mom picked it up. She said, "Someone wrote on this. Who's Clyde? He says thank you."
So...
Yeah.
That's an amazing story.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. I think it's time for us to go to bed, though.
Yeah, it's getting late. You go up. I'll turn off the tree.
Oh, okay.
Merry Christmas, Clyde.
Merry Christmas, Clyde.
Giddy-up, giddy-up, ho, ho, ho. Giddy-up, giddy-up, ho, ho, ho. Giddy-up, giddy-up, ho, ho, ho. Santa's reindeer ranch. Way up north near Santa's house, where the elves and the toy shops stand, there's a little bitty field and a little bitty barn. It's Santa's reindeer ranch. Yeah, we brush them and we feed them, we keep them warm and dry. We decorate the antlers and we teach them how to fly. We work real hard, but we're having a ball on Santa's reindeer ranch. Giddy-up, giddy-up, ho, ho, ho. Giddy-up, giddy-up, ho, ho, ho. Giddy-up, giddy-up, ho, ho, ho. It's Santa's reindeer ranch.
The reindeer babies and the reindeer moms and the reindeer daddies, too, all live together on the reindeer ranch and play the whole day through. We hug them and we squeeze them, we pet them on the side, we climb on the backs and we take them for a ride. We work real hard, but we're having a ball on Santa's reindeer ranch.
If you come up to the reindeer ranch,
And you sure are welcome to,
bring your mittens and bring your boots,
'cause we've got lots to do.
we bring them in the barn when the snow is really deep.
We fluff up the pillows and we sing them all to sleep. We work real hard, but we're having a ball on